Ever since update 1.44, there has been one car that I have wanted to see added to Gran Turismo 7 more than any other. Longtime fans of Gran Turismo can probably guess which car I'm talking about, and if you can't, well, it's in the video title. I am of course talking about the Nissan R390 GT1 race car. Now the R390 is of course a real-life car that raced in Le Mans in 1998, coming third. It would first appear in the Gran Turismo series with Gran Turismo 2, unlocked after winning the Gran Turismo World League, as one of 4 possible prize cars. But I didn't play Gran Turismo 2 until 2017. I was only 2 when Gran Turismo 2 came out. No, my first introduction to the R390 was in Gran Turismo 3. Gran Turismo 3 was the first Gran Turismo game on the PlayStation 2, and marked a huge step up graphically from the PS1 days. All car and track models had to be remade. And because of that, so many cars were cut from Gran Turismo 2, as well as a lot of tracks too. And as a result, the cars that were added would find themselves not only holding a special place in a lot of people's hearts, but being balanced against cars that they usually wouldn't race against in real life, leading to some interesting races. But another thing that Gran Turismo 3 had was a whole career mode in the arcade mode, with the bonus features. By winning races on each difficulty, you could unlock new cars to use in arcade mode, as well as all the other tracks. And as someone who spent most of their childhood racing in arcade mode because I couldn't win on Gran Turismo mode, this allowed access to some of the fastest race cars in the game. And that even included the holy trinity of Gran Turismo 3, the Mazda 787B, Toyota GT1, and Nissan R390. 2 of which are in Gran Turismo 7 now, so hopefully the R390 will join soon. But my want for the R390 is a lot greater than just because it completes the big 3 of Gran Turismo 3. And I specifically mentioned update 1.44. Why? Well, because that's when the Toyota GT1 was added to Gran Turismo 7. And in Gran Turismo 3 especially, the GT1 and R390 were so closely balanced and matched that they were inseparable in Gran Turismo 3. Unless it was a long race, as the GT1 would have to pit earlier. But as someone who raced against both the R390 and GT1 in Gran Turismo 3 for years, chasing them down with slower race cars, just racing against them for fun, now to see them separated just hurts. But honestly, you underestimate how many times I did the exact same race over and over and over again on Super Speedway, just watching the R390 and GT1 battling it out. Usually the R390 won, but sometimes the GT1 would win the day instead. Now when Gran Turismo 4 came along, a lot more Le Mans race cars from over the years would be added, and the R390 and GT1 would see themselves lose touch with the 787B, at least on neutral difficulty. And even in the championship races, they wouldn't be able to keep up. And sadly, the R390 would also start to lose step with the GT1, but at the very least, they were both racing together in many championships, being in several of the same lineups, and with Like the Wind, they would even find themselves racing together, alone as well. Gran Turismo PSP would pair them together, but the Gran Turismo PSP balancing is Wild. But I'm glad these two were paired together for one final time, because in Gran Turismo 5 and 6, cars started being grouped more realistically. Like the win for Gran Turismo 6 being a great example of this. R390 and GT1 would start closely together in a few races. The GT1 would wipe the floor with the R390, which I guess is maybe realistic. The GT1 was in a higher class, I think. I know nothing about real life racing, so forgive me if I am wrong. But if the R390 was to be added to Gran Turismo 7, which group would it be in? Well, Group 2. The BMW, McLaren, Mercedes, CLK and Toyota GT1 are all in Group 2, so it makes sense that the R390 would be as well. Although Group 2 is a bit of a mess, a wide variety of cars in it, but tuned up, the R390 could even rival Group 1, especially with the terrible AI in Gran Turismo 7. And of course, if the R390 is added, I'll want to see the Corvette C5, Dodge Viper, Panos, Lister, my 6 dream cars from Gran Turismo 3, actually all race cars from Gran Turismo 3, bring them all back! But anyway, thank you for coming with me on this nostalgia trip. I've wanted to make this video for a long time, since update 1.44 came out, but I've never known how to go about it, and I feel this way worked for the direction I wanted to take. Of course, I know asking for a car from Polyphony is a stupid idea, but 2024 seems to be the year of classic Gran Turismo legends returning, so hopefully we see some more legends coming in new updates soon, and hopefully one of them will be the R390. Thank you so much for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time!